Hello everyone. Today we will learn how to backup an Azure file share using Azure Backup. File shares often contain critical business data, and having a reliable backup strategy is essential for disaster recovery and compliance. For this demo, I've already created an storage account and I'm logged in with an global admin. But if you're not logged in with a global admin, you need to have a contributor or backup contributor permissions. Azure File Share Backup uses a snapshot-based technology, which means your backups are stored as a snapshot in the same storage account, making them fast and cost-effective. Okay, first let's go to the storage account and create a file share. From the data storage section, file share, and we call it demo. I click on the backup section, and here there is a possibility that you can also create a recovery service vault and enable the backup from the beginning of creating the file share. But I will disable it, and later on we will enable this feature. I will hit the create button, and we have our file share. Here I click on the browse, and I will upload some sample files here. So then we can work based on these uploaded files. Okay, perfect. So now is the time to create our recovery service vault. Okay, from the search bar, I will search for recovery service vault and create. We will choose our resource group RG demo, and we will choose a name. And also the region is very important. It needs to be exactly in the same region as the storage account is. And then here I will hit create, and we wait for the deployment. Okay, our recovery service vault is deployed. Now I open the storage account in the new tab. And I go to the file share, to our demo file share. And here from the operation on the backup, we can enable our backup from here. As we can see here in the select existing, radio button is already selected, and it shows our newly created recovery service vault. And we have here now a new default policy, which I'm going to describe what is the policy and how to configure it. Here we click on the edit this policy. Here there is a very important section, backup tier, which one of them is the snapshot. This configuration keeps or retains the backup as a snapshot in the same storage account. And if you want to have a more protective way, we need to choose Vault Standard. As we can see in the description, this configuration enables data transfer to the vault and provides long-term retention with complete protection against accidental deletion and ransomware attacks. So based on your need, you can go with one of these two, which here for the simplicity, I will go with the snapshots. Here in the backup schedule section, we have the frequency. This means that how often the backup will take place. For example, it is a daily based or hourly based backup. And also beside that, we have the time, what time the backup will start. And this is the time zone, very clear in which time zone the backup basically takes place. And also we have the retention option at the very bottom. You can configure it again based on your business requirements. I will click OK here, and then I will enable the backup. One other thing that we can basically disable here is the Azure Storage Lock, which we don't need for the demo. Okay, our deployment is finished. And here, if we look at the protected items, backup items, here we can see that our Azure Storage File Share is now enabled. What I would like to do now is to trigger a backup manually, and then I would like to delete a few files, and then I would like to show you how we can recover those files back. So here I go to the Azure Storage, and from this menu I will click on Backup Now. Because we don't have that much data in the storage account, so this shouldn't take long. Okay, our backup is created. As we can see, the last backup status is successful. And now let's go to our file share and delete a few files, and then we will see how we can recover them. So from here again, I will open the storage account. File share. We click on browse. Here I will delete, for example, the script 1 and script 2. I go to the backup menu. We have here two options for restoring our file share. One is that here we click on the restore share, which is the complete restore of the file share. We have here an option to select the restore point. For example, we have only one, but you may have several ones, and you can choose from which one you want to restore. And we have an option for restore destination, so you can restore this to the original location. It means that in the same storage account, or you can choose the alternative location. And for this demo, I am going to only recover some files. And here we select our restore point. And based on that, we can choose we want to recover our script 1 and script 2, which we deleted. I will select and click restore. Okay, the restore is completed. I will click on the browse again, and we see that our script 1 and script 2 files are recovered. To finish our demo today, I will click on the backup, and here I will select stop backup. I will delete the backup data. Click on the stop. Our backup stopped successfully. One important note, if you would like to delete your recovery service vault, at the very beginning when you are creating it, there is an option in the properties section which is called soft delete, and this option by default is enabled for retaining of 14 days data by default. And if you would like to do it in a test, then you can basically disable the soft delete and go on for your demo. But if you are in a production, then this is not recommended to disable this option. By the way, if you are interested in securing your storage account, you can definitely check out my video at the very corner of the screen. And thank you for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye.